So Lomov tried to convince Natalia by telling her that the oxen meadows that he was referring to was between the Burkoots and the Burnt Marsh. This question may be asked, where is the oxen meadows situated or located? Natalia, yes, they are ours. And Natalia tells Lomov that she understands very well which land or which piece of land Lomov refers to. And she again asserts, she jor diye bollo, that the oxen meadows belongs to their family, Lomov. No, you are mistaken, honored Natalia Stepanovna, they are mine. And Lomov again politely reminded Natalia that the piece of land belonged to him. Now you understand the humor. Why had Lomov come? What had he come for? He had come to give a marriage proposal to Natalia. Instead of discussing the marriage proposal with Natalia, now they are locked in a verbal duel. তারা কথা কাটাকাটিতে জড়িয়ে পড়েছে. They are arguing over a piece of land. The marriage proposal is nowhere now. Lomov does not refer to it. Natalia does not even know about it. They are arguing over a piece of land. This happens when marriage is not based on love, compassion and other noble virtues. যখন বিবাহ, প্রেম, আন্তরিকতা এই ধরনের মহৎ আবেগগুলোর উপর দাঁড়িয়ে নেই, when marriage is based on some economic considerations, যখন বিবাহ দাঁড়িয়ে রয়েছে কতগুলো অর্থনৈতিক কারণের উপরে, these things happen. And this is what Chekhov makes fun of. Chekhov does not make fun of marriage as an institution. Chekhov makes fun of marriage in a feudal society which is looked upon as a means to further economic gains. Natalia, just think, Ivan Vasilyevich, how long have they been yours? Now Natalia wants to know for how many years does Oxen Meadows belong to the Lomov family? Lomov, how long? As long as I can remember. And Lomov replies that the Oxen Meadows belongs to the Lomov family as far as he can remember. That means the property belongs to the Lomov family for many years. Natalia, really? You won't get me to believe that. And Natalia tells Lomov that she does not believe in what Lomov says. আপনার কথা আমি অন্তত বিশ্বাস করব না. Because Natalia is as adamant as Lomov. সে লোমভের মতোই একগুঁয়ে. She would not give up her claim on the Oxen Meadows. Lomov. But you can see from the documents, honored Natalia Stepanovna. Now Lomov refers to documents. He says that he has documents in his possession to prove that the Oxen Meadows belongs to him. Oxen Meadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute. Subject of dispute. That means an apple of discord. That means a bone of contention. অর্থাৎ বিভিন্ন বিতর্কের বা বিরোধের বিষয়. Lomov admits that Oxen Meadows was a bone of contention at a time. There was a time when the two families had quarreled over it, and there was no particular proof of its ownership at a time. একটা সময় এর মালিকানা নিয়ে সমস্যা ছিল. It was once the subject of dispute, but now everybody knows that they are mine. But Lomov says that those days are over. Now it has been established beyond doubt that the oxen meadows belongs to his family. There's nothing to argue about. And he also says that the matter is so clear that it is futile to argue over it. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity to the peasants of your father's grandfather. Lomov again refers to family history. Lomov has inherited this property from his aunt. সে তার মাসিমার কাছ থেকে এই সম্পত্তিটা উত্তরাধিকার সূত্রে পেয়েছে। So that aunt's grandmother, the grandmother of Lomov's aunt, gave the free use of the meadows. To give the free use of, that means to give the piece of land to someone without any restriction. কোনো বাধা নিষেধ বিধিনিষেধ ছাড়াই এই জমিটা দিয়েছিলেন। কাকে দিয়েছিলেন? To the peasants of your father's grandfather. Your father means Chubukov. Chubukov's grandfather had some farmers, and Lomov's aunt's grandmother had given the land for free use without any restriction to these farmers of Chubukov's grandfather. Chubukov family যারা কৃষক ছিল তাদেরকে এই জমিটা ব্যবহার করতে দিয়েছিল Lomov family. The Lomov family had given the farmers of the Chubukov family the free use of the land. The free use, that means they did not charge anything for it. এর জন্য তারা কোনো পয়সা দাবি করে। And they had given it in perpetuity. In perpetuity means forever, চিরকালের জন্য. The Lomov family had given the ownership of this land to the farmers of the Chubukov family forever, in return for which they were to make bricks for her. Lomov's aunt's grandmother had given the piece of land gratis. Gratis means without any charge to the farmers. But what did the farmers give in return? কৃষকেরা তাকে কি দিয়েছিল? They made bricks for her. The peasants belonging to your father's grandfather had the free use of the meadows for 40 years. Now the farmers enjoyed the possession of the land for 40 years. They tilled the land, তারা চাষ করতো, they produced the crops, ফসল ফলাতো, they sold the crops, and it had continued for 40 years and had got into the habit of regarding them as their own. Now, according to Lomov, the farmers began to think that the land belonged to them because they had been using the land for 40 years. Now, if someone uses a property for a long time, he may be under the impression that the property belongs to him. For example, a tenant, কোনো ভাড়াটিয়া, he has been in a house for 40 years. Naturally, he has some kind of possession of that house, or at least he thinks so. সে মনে করতে পারে যে আমি এখানে 40 বছর আছি, তার মানে এটা আমার. So according to Lomov, this happened with the farmers of the Chubukov family. The farmers of the Chubukov family had been using the land free of cost for 40 years, and as they had been using the land for 40 years, for over such a long time, they thought that the land belonged to them. When it happened that, and then Lomov says that something happened after that. In this way, Lomov tries to establish his ownership of the land. You find that Lomov and Natalia are now locked in a verbal duel over a piece of land. They are arguing over a piece of land, and the marriage proposal is over. Therein lies the fun. Lomov had come with a marriage proposal, but instead of discussing the marriage proposal, now he is locked in a quarrel over a piece of property with Natalia, whom he wants to give the marriage proposal. Therein lies the humor, therein lies the fun. So we have read up to this point. follow this video and I will send you the word notes, questions and answers. Thank you.